Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You'll return to subscribe. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate support. Guys, I'm going to talk about a story I seen yesterday and just had me thinking about it, man. It's rough seeing this type of stuff, but this is the reality that we're in nowadays, where you have a bunch of wild, feral children, whether they come from good homes or not. Now, it's very easy to say, hey, parenting is the problem, which I think it is. But a lot of times nowadays, man, you could be a good person, have a good family structure, and still produce a bad egg or two. You know what I'm saying? In life, misery loves company. And a lot of times, those that try to follow the rules can easily be tainted by those that don't, especially when they're young adolescent minds. And I want you to take a look at this story. This story is out of Houston, where I'm at. Shout out Houston. And it's about a school where the kids just leave when they feel like it, and it's causing all kind of problems and has been doing so for a certain amount of years. Take a look at this. This is truly disturbing, in my opinion. How about you?
People who live in a Northeast Houston neighborhood are asking for help. They are witnessing dangerous confrontations, from gunfire to fistfights. They believe these problems are caused by students from nearby high school cutting class. When residents reached out to investigators Robert Arnold for help, he spent several days in that neighborhood working to find out why no one is stopping this.
The sound, unmistakable. The images speak for themselves. Starting 4 years ago with this video, residents of a Northeast Houston neighborhood near the Hardy Toll Road and across from HISD's Sam Houston High School have continuously recorded dangerous confrontations. Everything from bullets hitting the pavement to brawls in the parking lot, like this melee, where an officer chases one person on a bike only to let them go to race back to break up a fight. And residents tell us they believe these problems are prompted by kids sneaking off campus during the school day.
I know all y'all supposed to be in school. What's going on?
Sam Houston's first bell rings at 8:30 a.m. That means the kids hanging out at the Family Dollar on this October morning should already be in class. A visit from an HISD police officer seems to have little effect, as none of the kids are in a hurry to get back to campus. On this February morning, another HISD officer stops by a group of kids hanging out across the street from campus at 10 in the morning. Some move along, others stay put.
There we go, turn here.
After watching the videos, we wanted to see for ourselves what was happening at the school. Sam Houston is gated on all sides, but on the 5 days we were there, we saw plenty of kids leaving campus before lunchtime. Many walk out when a car arrives and the gate opens. This kid just pulled the gate open, some squeeze through it, and this student just jumps it.
I don't understand this at all.
Yeah. It's not an open campus.
After leaving campus, these kids didn't appear to have anywhere particular to go.
Is this the two that forced open the gate?
Yes,
that you
it is.
saw?
Yeah.
We also wondered about security in general after seeing kids showing up well after the morning bell, jumping the gate to get in or crawling under it. This entrance off Irvington Boulevard had plastic over the latches to prevent the doors from locking. On another day, a traffic cone propped open the doors.
Okay.
Naturally, we wanted to talk with either Sam Houston's principal or a member of HISD's senior staff about what we saw and how they're addressing neighborhood concerns. We got a written statement that's not very specific and not even attributed to an actual individual, just HISD spokesperson. It reads, the district works to create a safe environment on campus, cooperates with law enforcement off campus to address problems, and encourages parents to talk with their kids about making good choices. That's it. I completely understand. Have a good day. Thank you for your time, sir. We also knocked on a lot of doors and talked to 4 residents over the phone.
Would you mind doing an interview with us?
But no one wanted to talk on camera. They tell us they want help out here, but are afraid of retaliation. No one at the Family Dollar would talk with us either, but we did notice after the more violent incidents, a fence was added in back and cameras in the parking lot. And we also spoke with Houston police, and we're told when time and resources permit, they'll send extra patrols by the school and, of course, respond to crimes in progress. But there's not a lot they can do when it comes to kids just leaving campus in the middle of the day. Truancy was decriminalized 10 years ago, and 2 years ago, the state legislature banned municipalities from enforcing juvenile curfews.
Yeah, Robert, you've also been reporting on lawmakers trying to address truancy and absenteeism. Tell us what's happening on that front.
So there's three bills that appear to be poised to go through. The push-pull at the state legislature has been, do we build tougher consequences back into the system that wind up punishing kids who are really having struggles in life, or do we add more support? So the bills that look like they're going to go through this session will basically go along the lines of better data collection and coming up with better policies to try to support those students who are missing class and try to get them back into the classroom.
Okay, we need, it's a multi-pronged solution, my goodness, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, seeing that is absolutely sad. I'm one of them people that, you know, I encourage positive elevation of a young mind. I do. I really do. And, you know, even though I cover some of the worst crimes in the country and some of the most craziest crimes, you know, you still want to see good come out of situations that sometimes are as worse as they get. Houston is a flat, wide open place. Usually where you got to go to school is by bus. I'm more than sure those kids hanging out and getting hangout spots, whether it's the Family Dollar or in those neighborhoods that they don't live in, just for them to avoid going to school or having downtime or a study hall or whatever time away from school and terrorizing these folks in this area. Guarantee you they don't live there. So they go do what they got to do. Shit get crazy. They run back to school before they get caught. They just standing out in the open now. That's the thing. You're seeing just a bunch of brazenness now where kids just don't care. Now I'm going to tell you something. They said they stopped the truancy law 10 years ago. Right? And 2 years ago, they stopped, I guess, even dealing with minors, period, when they're not supposed to be in school. He said one thing, he said those people that collect data, right? And this is what I want to focus on, because a lot of people are like, why is this stuff getting worse and worse and they're not doing nothing about it? For some odd reason, in America, the simplest things got a bunch of red tape. We see it in court cases. Things are open and shut, and they delay after delay after delay, and have everybody wondering why. We're so used to it now, it's become a common practice. Same thing with this. I'm gonna explain it to you. The people that do data talk about, you know, how bad a school is, so on and so forth, right? They measure how many suspensions a kid has, how many fights, how many this. That's where they get these stats from and all this other stuff that they show you in these news videos. But you know what they don't do? They don't address the real thing. A lot of these kids that are problematic come from problem households. They come from households that are abusive to them or to somebody they love, mother, father, siblings. They're bullied at home by siblings. They go and act out in school. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't get a break. Then when they go to school, they only go because they have to. And then once they do find friendship in, a lot of times are people that are like them, going through the same miserable situation as them, and they grab together and they build brotherhoods and sisterhoods and then get out there and get the fighting amongst each other. It's wild. These people that do these stats, they don't talk about that in the house. A lot of these kids coming from fucked up households and not even being parented. You know what I'm saying? I dated a chick before that was like never home. The kids was like basically raising themselves. Once I found out about it, I left her alone. You spending too much time with me and not enough time with your kids. And I liked her. She was a nice person, but she was a shit mom. I couldn't deal with that. I don't want to have my selfishness with a female affect, you know, the growth and development of her own children that are not of my loin. That's just how I feel. But I mean, god damn, man, they just hanging out like it ain't shit, shooting the guns all down. They jumping in front of each other, shooting guns. I'm gonna tell you something. Miscreant child behavior comes from miscreant childlike minds. And then you put weapons in their hand, that is something that needs to be taken seriously all across the nation. But they don't address that. Those that are in power for a reason, and it's they're in power for their own selfish ambitions. Nobody takes a position in office where they got to get stressed out or where they have a job to do or they want to be a face of something where they're going to make a difference without some type of internal motive. Look at the president of the United States. Anybody that wants to sit in that big seat at the White House and age fast as can be do that for a reason. That's either worth them or their lineage or going to them or their children's children. That's the thing. A man that's wise builds something for his children's children. Nowadays, we've just been taught to get a job and just work until our days are over, and then we can have a little bit of peace, and then we die out. But nowadays, we're not even making it that long. Seriously, how many people you know worked their ass off and then retired and died a week later? What was your life for? See what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. I hate seeing kids like this. But I mean, nowadays, you can't even tell them nothing. The neighbors were scared to talk about stuff that happened on their own street for fear of retaliation of younger folk. The mindsets are different nowadays. They're more of an imbalance, and you're seeing the regression of human beings in this country, both physically and socially. You know what I'm saying? With the way they look, the way they act, and listen. When you have somebody that doesn't even see a future for themselves and just lives in the present, that's a dangerous person. It's a lot of people out here now in their 20s, 30s, and 40s that can't get right. Why? Because their mind thinks in cyclical motion. They don't see themselves as nothing, so they can't do anything, no matter how much you talk to them or whatever. And it's not just kids nowadays. They think they're going to be young forever. And the way it is now, it's all about having fun, no matter how head scratching their idea of fun is, whether it's hurting each other or just robbing each other or just doing other stuff. You're seeing it with adults now. These younger people have nobody to lead them except rappers, video. Like a lot of these people, they're getting this thing in their life, but this is how their life be. And this is what they want to be. And they're ambitiously trying to be that. And the shit is all fictitious. And that's what's sad about it. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is a growing phenomenon. And I'm telling you, when this spreads all over, then maybe they'll think about doing something about it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.